Can't think of a good reason.
Do you need to put your blinds down, by the way?
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
I could use a little sun on my face, you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm great.
That was the most unbelievable.
How are any of us really is the question.
So true. I have to whisper right now because my husband is in the other room and
Oh.
he is not supposed to hear this podcast or this version of me on this podcast.
No, it's not for him.
It's not for him. And some celebrities will be like, oh, the people in my life, they get the real me, they get the private me. That's not a positive in my household. You don't want the private me.
I did really love seeing a little cameo of him in your Instagram reel that you posted today. His cute little hands.
I know. You would not believe the practice we had to do for that. I was like, just hold the remote. Just pretend like you're changing a channel.
The hand acting was very good.
Okay, I'll let him know.
You did a great job.
I was like framing it so he wasn't in it. He's no Marley. Marley, who's a star, by the way.
Loves the camera, that guy.
Loves the camera. Also, did you see he had a fan approach him who didn't know who you were?
Yeah. It was someone from his gym.
Did that? Oh, was it like a pickup?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Happens all the time. No, it's very cute. He does get recognized way more than me and all the time. Because I don't leave my house. So
and Marley has a natural, as a golden retriever energy, has a natural open face of like, come say hi to me.
Exactly.
And you have a face of like, stay the fuck away
Stay over
from
there.
me.
Just kidding. If you guys see me, you can say hi. Only
no, that's just your face.
Yeah.
That's not your actual intent.
But sometimes it is. But but most of the time, no. No, he also has like a very recognizable vehicle. So he's like zipping around town on this bike that everybody can recognize.
Right.
So it just, it's part of his day-to-day now. And he loves it. Don't worry.
Sure he does.
Loves it.
I'm loving your little off-the-shoulder-esque button-up that you're wearing right now.
Oh, thank you so much. This was just, what I threw on after the sauna. Because after the sauna, I'm red. I get very red.
Right.
After I exercise, and I stay red for a very long time, and I stay very hot for a very long time, so I can only wear very loose clothing when I'm done.
This might not sound like a compliment, but it's giving.
Maybe
it's
keep it to yourself. I'm fragile.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's giving almost like a little like piratey energy in a good way.
I'll take it.
You know what? I think button-ups are a shockingly hard item of clothing to pull off.
You think so?
I can't wear a button-up.
Yes, you can.
Absolutely cannot wear a button-up.
Why?
I don't know. I look like a man and a teacher. I look very formal. Something's always happening with my hair and the collar.
You just have to get the right fit and the right proportion. It has to be very oversized. It can't be too stiff. It has to be the right color. This is like a science for, like, honestly, a button-up is one of my wardrobe staples, and I would wear them every day if I could.
See, but I think there's certain people that can, and then there's certain people that can't.
I disagree. I think you could.
Thank you so much for that.
I think you could. You just need to find the right one.
Rachel, mentioned to you yesterday that I had nothing to talk about on this podcast.
Right.
And in the 24 hours that have happened, that have transpired since that moment, I have so much to discuss.
See, I knew this would happen. I said, let's just wait one more day to record, and the universe will give us some material. I just knew it.
Let me start by setting the scene for this morning. So, well, let's go back actually to Christmas.
Okay.
When my father-in-law decided to gift my 5-year-old and 2-year-old a keyboard that came with a microphone.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. And I am insane if that was what was going to just come out of your mouth.
Well, I was going to say, are you insane? But then I was like,
I've been driven insane.
It's not your fault.
I have been driven insane. It is a shocking gift to give. Now, I love my father-in-law. He also, when my son was like a year, gifted like a gigantic fish tank that was taller than me, that we had to find space for, that nobody asked for. My husband goes to the fish store, gets all the stuff. We set it up. My son's so excited, wakes up the next morning, goes in to see the fish. They're all dead.
No.
All died within the first 24 hours.
They didn't even last a day.
They saw the home and they said, get me the fuck out of here.
What did you guys do? What'd you fill it with? Acid?
No, something with the water.
Oh my God, that's devastating. Yeah,
But also,
no.
like, don't give me a giant fucking fish tank that I didn't ask for. Don't give me a keyboard. So my children are waking up at the ass crack of dawn, per usual. But now they're doing that with the musical accompaniment, where one of them is my son stretches his whole body out on the keys, and my daughter just goes, oh. Like druid chanting of your nightmares with her mouth all the way. There's like yogurt on the mic.
She's like eating the mic. That is so classic toddler.
Well, I look over at my son and his pants are like falling down. He's like spread eagle on this keyboard playing music at 6 a.m. So that's how our mornings have begun.
That's tough.
And we're sitting there eating breakfast and my son goes, oh my God, what's that? And I look outside and there's a giant possum walking on the fence in our backyard, looks over at me, makes eye contact with me,
Don't
then
love that.
disappears into the ivy, then keeps going, emerges again and keeps going. And I was like, okay, well, that's okay. At first I was like, oh my God, that's his home. And then I was like, well, at least he's using it as like a thoroughfare. Like it's clear he's not stopped. He's going from one place to the next.
Sure, but aren't they supposed to be asleep during the day?
Well, that's a great question.
So there's something wrong with
Does that mean
it.
if there's got rabies?
It's sick. Yeah. I think those types of animals, we're not supposed to see them.
Okay.
If we see them, it's not good.
Now, I was going to say, as somebody who is like a city girl, and I'm barely a city girl, I'm a valley girl.
Right.
I don't understand nature or animals. So I see that and I immediately Google possum removal instead of just being like, maybe possums can exist
here
in the nature. It wasn't in my home. Which, by the way, then I'm Googling it, and the first thing that comes up is what to do if there's a possum in your home. The first thing that said was create a calm environment. I'm like, what, so it feels more comfortable?
It's not going to be calm with all that piano going on.
I was going to say. Maybe the possum woke up because it heard the noises. It's supposed to be asleep right now. And it was like, what the fuck is going on? Goes back to me not understanding nature. We saw one night raccoons outside, and I was like, oh my God, they're gonna break into our house and get the baby. That was naturally my first thought.
Intrusive thoughts are a bitch.
They really are. But again, I don't know nature. Maybe that's a thing that happens with raccoons. So then I started Googling raccoons. Raccoons can open doors. They have opposable thumbs, Rachel.
What?
Yes. Raccoons are also very smart. They like build apartments for themselves in your attics. So then as I'm doing my raccoon research, I come upon the fact that their poop is like wildly toxic or something. And to get rid of raccoon poop, you are supposed to light it on fire or something. But the fumes of the
But how do you know what's raccoon poop and what's other animals?
I'm like, oh, there were raccoons here. And then we saw something on the ground. And I was like, to my husband, I was like, you have to get out there. Like, this is going to be the end of us. You have to go. So he has to go across the street to get a shovel from our neighbor. He puts on dishwashing gloves. I have, from COVID times, like, basically what an emergency room doctor wears. You know,
like
one
your
of those
full
like, plastic
PPE
shield. Like, full PPE shield. I put it on. I make him put it on. He goes, first I give him buckets of boiling water to like sterilize it. He goes out there. He does all of this. It was a leaf. But I was still convinced something could have happened. So we also don't have like a flamethrower. So he had to use like a little Bic lighter and was like on the ground, like trying to light where the leaf was that still could have been poop on fire. My son brings it up to this day.
Wow. That must have been very exciting for him.
It was very exciting for him, and it was honestly exciting for me too, because
there's not a lot going on. Not a lot going on.
The panic I had inspired and my husband to make him do all of that was extraordinary.
Wow. And you know what this just proves is that you are ready for any emergency.
Wow. I didn't know where you were going to go with that. And that honestly
I think
wasn't where I thought you were going.
That's the key takeaway.
Thank you.
You guys are ready for like a zombie apocalypse.
Well, no, I'm killing myself immediately. You'll be. I've already discussed that. I have no survival instincts.
Turning on the oven and leaving it open.
Amen, sis. I'm inviting the raccoons and the possums in, and I'm letting them take over. I'm creating a peaceful, calm environment for the possum and just leaving building supplies out for the raccoons.
Oh, my God.
So that was my morning first, Rachel. Then you think there's no way it can take a worse turn. And then I go read to my son's class. Now, that sounds so sweet. in
it's
theory.
the best. I love it.
Sure. Okay. I've never done it before.
Okay.
So my first mistake was I didn't think about the book I would be reading. I kind of just thought like I would be given a book to read.
They didn't tell you to bring one from home?
No.
Oh.
No one told me bring a book from home. No one
Yeah.
told me like bring a book that's fun or special for your family, whatever. So we go and we're in this little room and the principal of the bigger school is reading first. And I just was like, the whole time she was reading, I was like, oh my God, like wrap it up, babe. This is she was reading so slow.
Why did they have multiple readers set up for the same day? Kids can't sit that long.
Okay, well, that's what I'm thinking as this woman is reading. I'm like, I'm tuning out. Like, these kids are tuning out. She's asking them questions about what's happening in the book while she's reading it. She's using, like, a voice. And I just was like, babe, there's a star waiting in the wings. Like, shut it up and let me in. Like, I'm going to crush this. And you're doing a horrible job. Like, I hated everything that was happening. As it turns out, I should never have wished her to stop. So in my panic, I pick a book. I'm like, you know what? I can get into a real flow zone with a Dr. Seuss. Like, I can get a really good rhythm, a good rhyme. Like, I crush a Dr. Seuss at nighttime.
I fucking hate Dr. Seuss.
Okay.
I hate.
Well, but he's like a Nazi. But
sure.
Any other reasons?
I just hate the books. I absolutely despise all of the books. My kids love them. Lenny, luckily, is still young enough to not notice when I skip like 5 or 6 pages.
Oh, yeah.
And so she thinks Go Dog Go is like a really quick 5-page thing and takes us 20 seconds. But no, I can't do it.
Yeah, you forget that they're very long. But I was like, oh, they're fun. Like you say silly words. But I was very overwhelmed. Your face just now, if people aren't watching this on YouTube, like... You need to go to YouTube just at this moment to see what Rachel's face just did.
I can't help it. I have a visceral hatred.
Yeah.
For Dr. Seuss books.
Did you like them growing up and you just hate having to read them?
I don't know. I think I did. I think I liked like Cat in the Hat. I remember reading that as a kid, but I don't think my love went beyond that.
Do you think it's just like, would you not be a good rapper?
No, I'd be a terrible rapper.
Okay. I think that's it.
I'd be a terrible rapper. I have a hard time with the rhyming schemes.
Yeah.
I don't like words that don't make sense.
Sure.
So maybe that's where this is all coming from.
Have you ever read The Pout Pout Fish?
Love The Pout Pout Fish.
And you can get into that?
Sure. That one actually, I think that one has a very good rhyme scheme.
I
like that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So in a rap battle, we won't invite you. And in the apocalypse, we won't invite me.
Correct.
So I'm like, okay, Dr. Seuss is fun. It's silly. I read a Dr. Seuss so well. Like while I'm reading it at bedtime, in my head, I'm just like, you're so good at this. So unfortunately, I was very overwhelmed by the selection and I didn't see the Dr. Seuss books that I wanted to. I picked Oh, the Places You'll Go.
Ooh.
That was a bad choice. Your reaction was 100% correct, Rachel, because it's not a story. There's nothing fun happening. And there are so many dark pages about you being lonely, you being depressed, you not having friends, you being all alone, people abandoning you. I had to skip so many pages as I was reading this. One girl goes, slow down. I'm just like, oh my God. And then I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I just, I really get into a flow with Dr. Seuss. It really moves me. Like, I'm just like really feeling it. And the kids were just looking at me like, what is wrong with you? My poor son was like not making eye contact with me. I was like
not
sweating.
You.
I didn't know where to hold the book. And I was like, you know what? We all talked so much shit about Melania when she read to kids and she just read to herself, but there were kids present. But in that moment, I really thought, Melania girl,
it's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks.
It's harder than it looks.
It really is.
And it was I was like, oh God. And these kids are going to go home and they saw pictures of me and they're going to be like, it was horrible. And I just.
No, don't feel bad. There's an entire course that I took in college, an entire semester's worth course on children's literature, how to choose books and how to read books to kids. Ugh. So anybody that struggles with it, don't feel bad.
It was horrible.
Feel bad. There's a lot that goes into it. It's okay.
And you know what? Before I went, I put makeup on. I was like, I really want these kids to think I'm pretty. That was really important to me. Not a single one of them complimented me.
None of them said, wow, you're so pretty.
No, can you believe it? I was like, what am I even here for?
But you know what? I bet they're saying to your son, wow, your mom is really pretty.
Sure. No one
I bet they
complimented
are.
me on my reading. Nobody. And then I was like, at the end to the teachers, I was like, well, I read it so fast because it's bedtime and I'm just trying to get bedtime going. And they were like, okay.
Now, speaking of sleep and your child's school, I need to hear about what's happening with nap
my
time.
God. Oh
What's
my
going on?
God. Okay, well, we talked about how apparently both of our daughters are running little fight clubs in
Yeah.
their preschools. So, my daughter has never napped anywhere except for, well, obviously in our house, and she
Right.
naps on our bed. But before school, I thought I did good things to get her ready for the nap in that we stopped using a sleep sack. We stopped giving her milk before a nap. I lay next to her, but that's it. I'm not like actively doing anything to get her to sleep. I thought that was helpful. So she fell asleep like on the first day. I was shocked. And then
I know you sent me a picture and I was so proud.
I know. And I was super shocked. And then there were a couple of days she didn't sleep. And I was like, that's to be absolutely expected.
Yeah, honeymoon period's over.
Yeah. And then she slept one day, but she had had a bad day at school. And then this one day she had a really good day at school, but she didn't nap. And I sent a message that was like, oh, haha, maybe one day she'll like do all of the things. And they wrote me a note and they were like, we really need to talk to you about nap time. And I was like, okay. So at pickup, both of the teachers come out of the door and they're like, she didn't nap. And not only did she not nap, but anytime we tried to tell her sternly to nap, she would laugh in our faces. She would not stop getting up from her cot. She kept trying to move her cot next to friends. We said she could read a book quietly. She would get a book and then she would run over to her friends to show them the book. They said, no one slept today.
Oh, no.
Because my daughter single-handedly was a sleep terrorist, keeping them all awake. And they were like, a lot of these kids stay until really late and they really need a nap. And I was like, okay. And then part of me was really annoyed because they were like, so what are you going to do about it? And I was like, nothing. I'm not here during nap time. And they were like,
why can't one of the teachers take her to do some quiet activity and then everybody else sleeps? I don't get it.
Also, all of the other kids have been there since the beginning of the year, and most of them were there the year before. Okay. She was like put into an older class than she should have been in.
And she's been there for what, 2 weeks?
And she's been there and at this point, she'd been there for like 7 total school days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I just was like, I can't really replicate the dynamics at home. Like, I can't hire 10 2-year-olds to come like be around her as she's sleeping. So like, this isn't really something I can like prep in advance for.
No. That's crazy.
So
that's up to them.
I know. So then I had to invent this whole thing about the nap fairy, and that the nap fairy, and I kind of got a little lost in the lore as I was describing it, because then I was like, wait, so the nap fairy was watching her while she slept, and then the nap fairy was calling me after to tell me how she did.
Got it.
And if the nap fairy told me she did good, she would get a sticker and then she would get an ice cream.
Love it.
So she got an ice cream that day. That was the first day we did it. Now, of course, unfortunately, she's assumed every day she naps, she gets an ice cream. So that's a whole other cross to bear. Yeah. But it made me realize too, like, lying is such an important part of parenting.
It really is.
And I feel like people take it just a bit too seriously. Like the whole Santa thing, it's like,
how do you not lie to your kids ever is my question.
Yeah.
Like, I get that there are some that are more nefarious than others, but I don't understand how you get through life without ever telling a white lie to your kids.
Like the park is closed.
The park is closed is a classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Of course. Or like the TV's broken.
Right. I mean, my favorite is when you're like out and you get this solidarity with other moms. It's like,
yes.
Oh, the park's closed. And then all the other moms start saying, oh, yeah, the park's closing. We got to go. And it's just this beautiful moment of sisterhood.
Yes. But is there ever more of the betrayal when you're like, the park is closed and a kid says to another mom, like, the park's closed, and mom's like, park's not closed. Park's open forever. And then you're like, I'm going to key your car.
I would not. No, there's no way we'd be throwing
you
hands.
have to take one for the team.
Yeah. Well, at least like put on a show of pretending to walk to your car,
or like
and then you can
say to your child, like, "Yeah, we're gonna say the park's closed, but you get to stay."
Right.
But I lie to my kids all the time.
Sure, same.
Okay,
all the time. Not with anything serious.
Well,
and
again, of course.
And also, I try, I don't know if I do this super consciously or not, but it sounds good. I don't want to lie to them about things that they would easily find out about because I still want them to trust me and believe it when I'm lying.
Yes. No, I completely agree. And I realize that I'm sounding, I don't know, sociopathic. But when I'm saying lying, I am saying small things of like, the park is closed. The nap fairy is watching you.
Sure.
Like, it's not something that's going to
The
cause
tooth fairy.
irreparable harm. Right.
No.
The tooth fairy.
Yeah. No, I think that stuff is so fine. And yeah, if that's the thing that traumatizes my kids or lands them in therapy one day, I'll consider that a job well done on my part.
Absolutely. Like, we skated by everything I've done, and you're in there because of Santa Claus?
Right. Like, you're totally okay with that. Totally okay with that.
Yeah.
Now, how are you feeling about being pregnant at the same time as...
Oh, my God. Rachel.
Usha Vance.
Rachel. It's like...
Because you were asking for pregnant friends.
Yeah.
And
what
so
did you know?
ask and you shall receive.
Asking, ye shall receive.
You should send her a little message.
Hey, girl. You know, sometimes people will be like, oh, nightmare blunt rotation.
Oh, my God.
It's nightmare blunt rotation, but pregnancy mom group of Usha Vance, Caroline Levitt, and Katie Miller.
Honestly, nightmare.
You know, sometimes, I know we're not super religious, but I'm like, well, you know, like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse and all of these babies coming at the same time.
A lot of people are saying it's like a sign of the end of times. Like, it's very dark-sided.
Right. Well,
which
there's nothing else to say. No, it is a real nightmare scenario for me to be pregnant at the same time as these people. Like, why couldn't I get cool people?
Exactly. Well, you just have to be the one cool person that's pregnant right now. So I feel like that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the bar is so low.
It really is. How are you feeling?
I mean, I'm feeling fine, Rachel.
Okay.
Actually, I'm feeling so much better than fine. And you want to know why?
Why?
I have single-handedly been revived by the release of the text messages from the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni trial.
Okay. Taylor is really getting back on my good side.
Oh my God. Okay.
Really getting back on my good side.
1,000. Her response in that text was, okay, if nobody knows what we're talking about. Well, one.
Set the stage, please.
Okay. I was going to say, welcome from the rock that you've been living under, but that's really offensive. And I'm sorry. That was real.
I didn't read through a lot of them. So I'm not, like, I know what's going on in a general sense, but not specific.
So I will set the stage very quickly. Blake Lively was in this movie, It Ends With Us, based on a book about domestic violence. The director, studio...
Which, by the way, was a terrible movie.
Terrible movie.
Terrible book, terrible movie.
And terrible movie unrelated to the drama that went on behind it. And also, like, Blake Lively is a horrible actress.
Yeah, she needs to stop claiming this movie so hard.
Well, she also, there was so much that she did wrong. Like, during the promotion, she was like, grab your friends, wear your florals, here's my hair stuff. And people were like, this is about domestic violence. And she would be like, it's not. It's about, like, a woman's journey. And it's like a woman's journey
through being
domestically
beaten by
abused.
her husband. Right. Yeah. Okay.
So the guy, though, Justin Baldoni, the main guy, was apparently also very weird, though. And like
nightmare to work with, apparently.
Nightmare to work with. But none of this comes out until much later when the press is happening for the movie and Blake is not doing any press and none of the cast is doing press with the director and the star, this guy, Justin Baldoni. Mm-hmm. And Blake is also getting absolutely dragged through the press because of her lack of like awareness around what's happening in the movie and the promotion, whatever.
And that she's just making it all about herself.
And it just, it truly was like such a horrific rollout. It was insane.
Just insufferable.
And then in December, this New York Times article comes out and she sues him saying that he like sexually harassed her, created an unsafe work environment.
By the way, he's married, she's married.
Yes. And he presents himself as like, he's all about being a feminist and all of this. I mean, he seems like super cringe and gross too.
Which is too bad because he is so hot.
Yeah, I think they both are not good people.
Agreed.
So nobody is like, there's one clear winner or loser here. I also can't speak to how she felt. Like, he did some really weird things on the set of the movie.
Yeah.
And so did his producing partner and all of that. So this is not, we're not going to touch on any like who was right, who was wrong.
Right.
Because none of that matters. Because what matters to me is that I'm getting to read personal emails from celebrity to celebrity, personal texts from celebrity to celebrity. And
Nothing
that is
better.
all I need.
Mm-hmm.
It is feeding me.
So how did these get leaked?
Because they were part of like
the discovery?
Discovery, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So there's text messages leaked. So all of this happens. The lawsuit happens. Then Blake Lively sues him. He sues Blake Lively. Taylor Swift gets dragged into this, and their friendship like crumbles because that's not Taylor's vibe to get dragged into all of this.
Right.
Anyways, text messages leak where Blake Lively messages her and she's like, hey, I feel like things are distant and I don't know why. Like, I know I don't have a reason to have to text you this, but it just feels this way. So I just want to ask, like, did something happen? And Taylor Swift's response I thought was amazing.
She called him a little bitch, right?
Oh, well, she called him a little bitch, but she also responded to Blake Lively that was like, no, you're not wrong. Like, I am being distant because you've been like really annoying.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. No, I thought we were just talking about the little bitch comment.
No, I'm talking about the female friendship breakdown.
Okay, I did see someone post about that, but I didn't. The text was so small. I didn't zoom in to read it all. But I did see the person who posted it comment something and just say like, wow, this is actually so mature to see people just like calling out the awkwardness in the friendship.
It was amazing.
Okay, interesting.
And then there's emails from Blake Lively to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck asking them to watch the movie and give notes and like talking about pickleball. I mean, I just could not get I was eating it up with a fucking spoon.
So she's still close with them because of doing that movie.
Well, they didn't have a response from Ben Affleck, so we do not know how he responded.
Okay.
But I loved it's like, do you remember in 2016 there was this huge Sony email leak? Maybe it didn't matter to people. I was still at Bravo then, so it was a huge thing for us. It does
sound very familiar, the Sony, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like a huge thing for us because of security and like what it meant in entertainment. But basically, all of these Sony executives' emails were hacked, and there was all this nasty stuff that came out, but there was one from Channing Tatum that he had sent an email in all caps, like, ha, 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 like 100 times. It's like the most insane, funny email you've ever seen. And I just loved it. I loved it.
Oh, it's so good. Wait, did I just freeze? Oh, no, I'm fine.
No, you're back.
No, it's so good. And speaking of, I mean, we have gotten so much celebrity gossip and drama this week.
What else have we got?
Are you caught up with Victoria Beckham?
Oh my God. Yes.
What is happening? Because I love her so much.
Love her. Listen, who's to say what a dance is inappropriate or not with our beloved eldest sons at their weddings?
When I saw that detail about the wedding dance come out, I immediately thought of you and I was like, I feel like that is very Caitlin coded. Because what one person says is inappropriate, another person would just say, loving.
Don't yuck my yum. To me, the part that I most got was when they were like, oh, her close friend Mark Anthony gave a speech that started with like, dance time with the groom and the most beautiful woman in the room, Victoria Beckham. Because at my son's dance, if that was how it started, I would stand up and be like, "Are you're calling me to the dance floor?" Like assuming it was talking about me.
Right. Of course. I mean, I have heard that Brooklyn's wife comes from a very, very rich billionaire MAGA family.
Yeah.
So I'm automatically on Victoria's side.
Yeah, no, I definitely think, listen, I joke, and I would probably do it also in real life in a non-joking way, but I'm sure it would suck. Like, when I got married, if that happened, I would be like, what the fuck is going on right now?
And that was your mother-in-law. Yeah, no, that would definitely be annoying, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Would it be worth, like, never speaking to that family again?
No.
Probably not.
I don't know, though.
I don't know. We need to see the footage.
The fact that footage has not been released. And the things people were saying of like, this is her dancing. And it was the Camille Grammer from when they went to Vegas and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 1. Like, here's the footage of Victoria dancing on her son.
I love all of the like fake videos and photos that are coming out of Victoria dancing. And it's like, yeah, this is what we should be using AI for. This is what generative AI should be used for.
Yes.
Is superimposing her break dancing in front of
1,000%
her daughter-in-law in a wedding dress.
Is that so hard?
I know.
No, that was very juicy scoop that came out, and it was sad, and I felt like it was sad for all of them, and I felt bad that it was like all directed at Victoria Beckham, and I actually have not heard negative things about her. I have heard very negative things about the daughter-in-law.
Right.
But
that's a good point.
Yeah,
that's a good point. It's kind of like most people that know Victoria love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I need more info, but I'm pretty much going to just be on her side no matter what, regardless of what comes out.
Of course. Also, like, if they play at the Sphere, the Spice Girls, did you see them when they went back on tour again?
I have never seen them live.
Oh my God, Rachel.
No, we need to go.
But you were definitely like Posh Spice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, obviously.
I mean, you are Posh Spice right now with your haircut too.
I am her. Yeah, no, I was always obsessed with her. She was my favorite for sure.
Yeah. Well, she's funny.
She's so funny. If anybody needs something good to watch, her documentaries, there's two. There's one that's more about him, but she's in it a lot. And then there was another one that came out mostly about her. That was, I think, 3 episodes on Netflix. You will fall in love with her.
Yeah.
Like, I dare you to watch that and not come away just fully obsessed with her.
The one about him was really good too, but it
was so good.
It upset me because I really want to stage manage my son into the world of sports. And it seems like there's really not a way to do that without traumatizing your child.
No, I think it's a pretty toxic situation.
But there's so much money.
I know.
So maybe we could find a way around it.
I mean, it's like a cost benefit. You could just weigh it out, you know?
Well, think of all the therapy you could afford.
So true. You could have one on staff. And then you're fine.
Now, did you know that there's a link? The other biggest news came out was Amanda and Kyle from Summer House divorcing.
Oh my God.
And the link between the two was Lexi from Summer House last season because she dated Brooklyn Beckham. Do you remember her?
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if she has an opinion on Victoria.
I feel like not.
Like, she probably didn't ever make it to that stage where she was meeting his parents.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. No, I mean, the Kyle and Amanda of it all, I'm so happy for her that she's free. But also now I'm seeing all of this stuff about how they don't have a prenup. And apparently Loverboy is like $4 million in debt or something. So now she's going to be responsible for that debt as well.
Oh.
I believe.
That sucks.
I know.
I will say, we won't go super into it because we do need to do a Bravo recap episode.
Yeah.
But I can't think of another divorce where it's, I guess Todd and Bronwyn. But she is going to crush that divorce so hard because she is
my God,
stunning. She's so sweet. Kyle is a 45-year-old DJ with a sparkling hard tea company. None of those things are positives.
Which is apparently not profitable either.
Well, does it even sound good?
It's just, he's so pathetic, and she has never looked better. She's so cool. She's so nice and funny. She has great friends. She has her own business going on. Like, she is just going to crush it. I cannot wait for her to just get with the hottest man alive.
Yeah.
And just make him look like a complete fool.
I mean, he already does that himself.
It's so interesting, too, because seeing the reaction of everyone on social media talking about how happy they are and how, yay, Amanda, be free. Like, imagine being Kyle and reading through those comments.
Well,
and
he commented on...
Not a single person is taking up for you.
He commented the cry face emoji on, like, Andy's, on, like, Watch Happens Live's Instagram about it.
No.
Yes.
That's so embarrassing.
Oh, my God. It's so embarrassing, but it's so good. But do you think they'll both be on?
Well, so I was talking to my sister about it, and she was like, well, what do you think they're going to do with the show? Because technically they've had Lindsay and Carl stay on together after breaking their engagement and stuff. I don't think they can do it in this case with both of them, though. I think it would be way too uncomfortable and toxic for everyone in the house. I mean, everyone in the house already hated filming with them because they were constantly fighting.
Right.
So I don't know. And like, who gets to stay?
Right. Not the 45-year-old.
Or are they just going to fully, no, exactly. Or are they just going to fully transition now into the city show?
I don't know.
And not come back to Summer House. I know.
We'll
do a Bravo episode coming up. What?
I said I will be watching What Happens Live.
I will be watching What Happens Live.
Do you watch any shows live?
No, because we don't have cable.
Oh, right. You don't have cable.
Okay. So I have to wait 24 hours for it to hop onto Peacock.
Okay.
All right. I did ask listeners. Well, was there anything else that you had to discuss today before I go into our listener questions?
No, I think I covered it all. Possums, raccoons, Dr. Seuss.
Great.
Pretty much my top hitters.
Great. Okay. So,
by the way, Rachel, we have
what?
We can talk about this in housekeeping too, but
yeah,
we do have a guest coming on for our Conform Book Club book.
We do. Very
exciting.
Have
to be professional.
I know we have to come up with actual questions,
but also still not be professional. But we should have working internet at the very least.
Sure. I'll make sure everything's up and running for sure.
Maybe stop opening page 6 in the middle of me talking so you can read a couple articles, because that seems to slow your internet down.
No promises.
Okay.
No, I think that one will be fine because it's just going to be our book club chats are usually a little shorter.
Yeah, they're silly. It's going to be silly. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Okay.
You need to finish the book.
I do need to finish the book. It's my weekend plan. I'll finish it. No problem.
Okay.
No problem. And I have till Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Wait, you got to set this up first. You haven't set up what you're doing. It just seems again now you found something else to engage yourself with while I talk.
This one's dark. So we asked listeners for pretty much anything they wanted to share.
Yeah.
And yeah. So we said, submit questions for us or things that you are fighting with someone about, or a disagreement you're having, or an unpopular opinion you have, or something like that, and we will weigh in.
Okay, should we not start with the one that just made you go, this is dark, this is dark?
Yeah, no, let me find a different one.
Okay.
Okay. Gosh, a lot of these are dark.
Oh God, are they dark in a fun way?
Well, not really. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Is it okay to call out your husband in front of the kids if he's parenting too harshly or teasing them too much?
Wow, did that come from my husband?
That was one of the lighter ones.
Okay.
No, that was not Tyler.
Because this actually is something we talk about. My husband is naturally harsher, and he will use a stronger tone with them and sometimes yell, not like big yell, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like raise his voice. And it's always when that's the worst thing to be doing. It's like when they're already upset about something.
Right.
And like, you're just going to escalate it. And so I have said in front of the kids to him, like, that's too much. Like, you need to leave the room now. Like, you need to go take a calm break. Down. You need to go take a break. And the other day he got really upset about something. And I was really upset about it. Because it's also like I can be going at the same tone, but the second he comes in, I'm like,
oh, exactly.
Don't you ever talk to my children like that.
Exactly. No, same. Exactly.
So I don't think it's great, but I also think it's important because kids do that all the time. They lose their cool. They start yelling or they start screaming. And I think it's important for them to see adults do that too. And in the moment, recognize like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I need to go take a break. So like it's
good modeling.
It's good modeling, and it's also trying to diffuse the situation.
Right.
But I don't know. Is that bad? I mean, I know my husband would say it is.
I think that's good. I think Marley would probably say, don't correct me in front of the kids.
Yeah, my husband has said that.
Talk to me about it later. But I don't know, maybe come up with like a code word or something where if one person's getting too much or too heated, you use the code word and that's their sign to like tap out.
I think it's hard because one, when it's in the moment, I feel like I have to say something right away to get it to diffuse. And two, not to say like I am like the best at parenting, but let's just say the reciprocal has never happened. So I don't know how it feels to be corrected because I've never needed to be corrected.
That is so true.
When I knocked over that Magna-Tiles tower in pettiness, no one was around. Although there have been times where I've reacted to something and I'll look over at my husband and his face is like, whoa. And he'll literally say out loud, "You're being a little me right now." And I'll be like, oh, wow, thank you. That was all you needed to say. And
Ouch.
I am put back in my place.
Okay. I feel like we're on the same page about that one then.
We can do it. They can't. Done. Next.
Exactly. Perfect. Okay. Well,
what are some of the dark ones, Rachel? What are people
sending therapists
to you?
Well, people are saying, okay, one is my ex doesn't want to get anything legal involved regarding kids and parenting, but I got a lawyer anyway, and now he's mad at me. Look, sometimes you just need you need an impartial. You need a mediator.
Because I feel like people do that because they think having lawyers involved will make something like antagonistic or acrimonious when it's not having something involved and then it like falls apart and you're too far down the line. Always get lawyers involved.
Yeah, you need someone who's going to be non-emotional. And
I'm not saying you need like a Laura Wasser who's like the divorce queen lawyer or like Kim Kardashian on All's Fair where she's wearing like a thong to her like court cases. But you should probably get a lawyer involved.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Another one says that she's 11 months postpartum, and at this point, she doesn't even feel bad anymore about losing touch with non-mom friends.
Oh, no, definitely not. Let them go. Cut them loose.
Yeah, I think if they haven't checked in with you or they're not being understanding about your new reality, it's no love lost. It's fine.
Also, I think we get this crazy thing on our head of like, the sign of successful friendships is holding on with a death grip to old friendships.
Right.
Friendships are allowed to end, and they're allowed to end in peaceful, natural, organic ways.
Totally.
Without there being some big thing that happened. But like, you're allowed to move on. I also, too, when I went through my friendship breakups, I was actually talking to my husband about this the other day. I was like, if I met some of those people now, I would never want to be friends with them.
Exactly.
So why would I try to hold it? Like, put to this person, imagine you are just meeting this person now. They don't have any kids. And that's not to say that doesn't honor the time you guys had together. But like, just because they were amazing in your life at one point doesn't mean that they automatically deserve or get to be in your life at all points.
Right. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
Sometimes I say things and I'm like, I'm so good.
You're so wise.
Like, where does that even come from?
So very wise. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Sure.
This one is dark because it's sad.
Oh, boy.
Okay. My sister-in-law died 2 years ago. I'm so sorry. Leaving behind her husband and several very young kids.
Rachel.
I know. Of course, her husband immediately found a replacement.
Ooh.
Who he moved into his home and has since married after knowing each other for just a year. By all accounts, she's perfectly nice, but she posts all the time about, quote unquote, her kids and lists herself as their mommy on socials. Every time I see it, it enrages me. Am I wrong, or is this normal behavior? I want the best for the kids, but I can't stand the thought of this person playing house with children that are not hers. When I tell you, I would rise up from the grave. I would rise up from the grave. I would claw myself back into the home and haunt this person forever.
Okay, I will play devil's advocate, though.
Fine. Let's hear it.
Maybe that's what the kids need, though. Like she said, young kids. And so this woman could be coming from the place not of like, I'm trying to replace them, but that's what these kids need. And I love these kids and it feels natural to be in this role. And they need a mother figure.
Okay.
Like it's different. The kids aren't 12 and 13. That's very different. She said very young kids.
True. Okay.
And a lot, it's true. It's like if my mom passed away when my sister and I were little and we were left with my dad.
You'd want somebody
my dad. I would be like, Mom, at the grocery store, I'd be like, Mama, will you be my mama? Please? Like desperate for that. So we also don't know what the man is offering. It's not like a Marley situation where it's like, Rachel, who?
Right. Well, even so, I mean, I don't know. Like, do you have this conversation a lot, or do you not like often fantasize about your own death? Because I feel like I talk to Marley about this all the time and he thinks I'm insane. Okay. Because I'm always talking about like, what would you do if I died? Who would you try to like get with? Who do like how long would it take for you to start dating? How would you start dating? How would you introduce them to the kids?
I'm more like, so Tyler, when you die, I think we're gonna move down to Coronado, and then I probably get on Tinder or Bumble there, and like maybe a Navy SEAL. Like I really think a Navy SEAL could step into this family well. And he's just like, please stop.
Great. So we're both insane.
I would say I think about it too of like if Tyler and I were ever to get divorced, because you see, for some reason I'm on like an Instagram algorithm of a lot of people that are divorced, and there's this one couple, and I wonder if you've ever run into them, where I had no idea that they were used to be together, but Emily Recker, she's like,
yes, I just recently started following her actually.
Okay, she's got fun style. So there was this other person that I randomly stumbled on who's dating Emily Recker's ex-husband.
Oh, and they're all like social media stars?
So they're all social media stars, and I was in this place of like, whoa, I don't know how I would feel if Tyler all of a sudden became a social media star and their entire presence was about being a couple.
Oh, okay. You've got to send me the New Girls.
Okay.
Not New Girl, but you've got to send me the girls because I follow Emily.
I don't think I would handle well.
No. Well, imagine you and Tyler split up and then he starts dating like another doula content creator who's putting out all this content, and then she's also creating content about their relationship. Like, kill me now.
Well, I mean, I would be behind bars, so
so you'd be safe there.
I'm not like a mature, emotionally evolved. I want the best for my children, at the worst for my ex-husband. Does that make sense?
Of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, I think that's where I'm torn. I think that's where I'm torn in this scenario that somebody wrote in about, because I think you're actually right, is that like I'm gone.
Yeah.
I think a man is going to man, and they're always going to find somebody immediately to like step in. They can't be alone. They're incapable of being alone. And I think you're probably right that for those kids, it's better for A, their dad to be happy.
Yes.
And B, for them to have like maybe that other figure in their life.
Well, yeah, the flip side is he's slutting it up with 20-year-olds who act like he doesn't have kids.
Or totally alone and depressed.
Yeah, like this woman is claiming
she's taking them on.
Yeah.
I guess that's true. I guess that's true. That's a good way to reframe it. She's like taking them on as her own. Their mother is not coming back, unfortunately. Like as tragic as that is, it's not like a divorce situation. I think it's different.
But I would also say though, this is from two people who are very outside of the situation. I also think this person who wrote in's feelings are very valid.
Oh, 100%.
Seeing that from the outside.
100%.
I would respond the exact same way.
Yeah, no, that would make me so angry. And it would just feel very unfair.
How quickly would you move on?
Oh, I tell Marley all the time, like
You've already got people lined up in the wings.
No, opposite. I'm like,
you're done.
I'm all set.
Listen, like, I'm either going lesbian or former Navy SEAL. There's no in between.
There's no in between. Yeah, no. I would either like hoe it up or just be alone forever.
But you know what, Rachel? This is the problem. And this is something that I did want to discuss.
Okay.
So I have always been delusional and delusionally self-confident. That's just who I am. Mm-hmm. And I always knew that I was like cute. Like I was never a girl, even in my 20s, that guys would describe as hot. I was not sexy, but I would be somebody where they'd be like, oh, she's really cute. Okay. And I was very happy with that. That was perfect for me.
Right.
Because I also knew that meant like pretty. So
of course, you're beautiful.
Rachel, thank you so much. That was all I needed. On we go. No, I look in the mirror now, and because I'm not out of it. God, I forgot I'm pregnant. I'm still in it, having baby things. But I've missed so much time of being out in the world that I don't know like what pretty is anymore. And I look in the mirror sometimes, and I used to be like, oh yeah, I look really pretty today. This is great. And now I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't know.
I know. Like, who's to say?
Who's to say? And who is this?
I know. Well, and part of that is just aging too. Like I mean, it's just so unfair. It's so unfair.
It's really, we took ourselves dark.
We did.
You got a lighter one in there?
Let's see. It's so funny because anytime I post a question box, people just
okay, my baby's waking up 6 times in the night.
they just like slam it really hard with like, we're bed sharing, please. There were a few responses talking about abolishing ICE, which we love.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Would you? Okay. What would you disown your child for more? Being MAGA or being an ICE agent?
They're one and the same, aren't they?
That's a great point. It's so crazy because, you know, there are people that were like, the worst fear is having like a gay child.
Oh my God.
The other day, you and I were saying like, the dream is to have a gay child, and how I would never turn my own child out of my heart or out of my life unless they were MAGA or an ICE agent. And then I would be like, so long, sucker.
Bye-bye.
Deuces.
And we've talked before about like going no contact with family members, and like we're not going to get into that because everybody has their own reasons for doing what they do. But I was home for the holidays and we were talking about like that, and talking about MAGA, and talking about, do you keep friends that have different political beliefs and all of that kind of stuff. And my mom, and I think that generation, they were raised in a very different political landscape where it's like you could just have some different views on certain policies between Republican and
my dad is a Republican, my mom is a Democrat, but my dad is a Ronald Reagan Democrat. I mean, a Ronald Reagan Republican.
And those people used to be able to coexist.
Yes.
And I feel like we're in a very different time now. Also, they just didn't talk about politics all that much. So it was very like private. And so I feel like people could have friends and marry people that were different political parties, and it wasn't a big deal. And so my mom was saying basically that, like that she, you know, wouldn't disown a friend or something like that. And we were very strongly disagreeing, my sisters and I. And she was like, well, what if I was MAGA, you wouldn't talk to me anymore? And we all unanimously at the same time said, correct. Like, yes, we would not talk to you anymore. But that is like but that's really just, that's the one thing.
Yes.
That's the,
and again,
deal
there
breaker.
is a difference between being Republican and being MAGA.
Sure.
Like,
absolutely.
Mitt Romney is Republican.
Absolutely.
He's not MAGA. He's like one of the few that's spoken out against it.
Right. Well, and I was going to say, I do think that there is still a problem with a lot of Republicans and conservatives that are complicit because like they're not really going against it as strongly as they should, but I digress. Okay. Oh, there was one. Okay, there was another one about a newly broken up single mom and baby daddy is dating someone with a kid. Oh God. Okay.
I'm not, Rachel. I am not strong enough to deal with that in my own life. Like I would hope, I can't say it out loud, but I think I would hope one thing to happen versus being divorced. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if a marriage were to end.
I do. There's only one way.
My emotional immaturity.
Right. That's fair.
Like, that's so hard. I say, all of you single moms out there who got divorced and are having to watch their trash ex-husbands date other women and have other women around their kids, you are
the strongest woman alive.
The strongest. You are stronger than I, my sister in Christ.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's end on a light one.
Sure. Did you get any?
One.
Okay.
What is the best, and we could have saved this, I guess, for our Bravo episode, but we don't have a plan for when we're recording that. So this person asked, what's the best Housewives series to watch? I've never seen any, and I don't know where to start. Let's give our answers on 3. Real Housewives franchise.
Okay.
Ready?
Because my answer was going to be a non-Real Housewives franchise.
Did they say Real Housewives, or did they
no,
just
but they
say
did.
Bravo? They did say Housewives. Okay, you can do that after. All right, which franchise? 1, 2, 3.
New York.
Okay.
Yes. And then what's the next? 1, 2, 3. Orange
New Jersey. Oh, good one.
Listen, this is what I will say. When you say franchise, the first 3 seasons of all Real Housewives are
gold.
Unparalleled, like unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly Hills first 3 seasons, fantastic. Orange County first 3 seasons, fantastic. Atlanta, like all of them. You cannot go wrong with like the first 3 of any franchise except for Dallas.
Such a good point. Yeah, don't bother with Dallas.
Don't bother with Dallas.
No.
DC is fascinating just for the lore of those people that like crashed the DC party.
Totally.
But that's it. But
I forgot about DC. I forgot they existed, actually.
Only 1 season.
Wow, yeah.
But you could start anywhere. I was going to say for like more of a series, my answer was going to be Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump is a great one. It's a great entry point. It is.
Could you imagine, Rachel, how much better your life would be if right now you were just about to start all Bravo?
I think about that all the time. When people DM me this, I'm just like, you're about to embark on a journey.
So it's thinking about how quickly Marley will move on if you die and eulogize your own death, and how much better your life would be if you could start Bravo all over.
Those are the only two things I've got going on up here.
And I've got possums, raccoons, nothing else.
On that note, do we have any housekeeping?
Just
we already mentioned book club.
We can announce our book club guest is Caroline Chambers because she did write back to us.
Great. Hopefully now she doesn't ghost us.
You know what, though?
No, she won't.
Okay. She won't. But
I think she's excited.
We're very excited to have. So this is for Conform, which is our January book club. Caroline Chambers is going to be on. I will ask permission if I can call her Caro because that is how she goes on the internet, but I don't know.
We might have to start more formally. We'll see.
Yeah. And then we're going to pick a February book. All of the raw materials, sweatshirts and shirts are at the printer right now.
Amazing.
From the merch. So that our merch drop did so well.
I know.
You guys responded so amazing. We were so excited. So we should hopefully, my husband and I were talking about it yesterday, my employee, we are going to start shipping stuff out Monday. So I think we're going to pick some stuff up tomorrow and start shipping stuff out Monday, which is super exciting.
Amazing. I can't wait to see people wearing them.
I know.
It's going to be so cute.
Do you have any other housekeeping?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think that's it. We love you all so much for listening. Thank you so much. And thank you for leaving reviews and for rating 5 stars.
Oh my God. And also, hello, Kevin, our straight man listener.
Hey, Kev.
We're so happy to have you here.
So happy. All right. That's all. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.